What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Sweet's price is doing exactly what we were talking about in just last night's video, so I want to give you an update on what you should be on the lookout for next and what I'm doing now. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. Now guys, don't forget, if you do want some free Sweet yourself, if you want up to 2,000 Sweet completely for free, all you need to do is sign up to that CoinW link down below, deposit, and just start trading. This is a platform where you can trade things like Sweet, Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, and many more on up to 100x leverage. And of course, there are going to be a bunch of different bonuses and rewards, but the best one right now is the fact that over the next 9 days, if you do start trading, you can earn up to 2,000 Sweet. So go check that out down below if that's something that interests you. CoinW is a fantastic exchange. I just started doing a lot more trading on it recently, so feel free to go check that out down below. Let me know what you think. Now, what we can see here is that Sweet's price, man, oh man, are we moving. From bottom to top, Sweet has put in a gain of about 17% over the last 24 hours, and we're going to talk about what's going on, why it's going on, and of course what we can be doing now. Now, before we get into that, let me show you what we talked about in yesterday's video to bring you up to speed a little bit on what is happening right now, because we literally I told you exactly why this was going to possibly happen. Here we go. And so when you combine in the fact that we're getting a back test, we're seeing a possible strong setup for a structure, we're seeing the RSI reset, and we're running into some support from the 618 to 786 zone, everything tells me that there's a good sized chance that Sweet does try to find some support here and push higher. So what we were talking about in yesterday's video was the fact that Sweet was running into a crazy amount of support down here. We had Fibonacci support, we had macro backtest, we had the RSI resetting and bullish divergence. We had everything necessary to push Sweet back to the top side. And what I told you all was that you needed to be on the lookout for what happened right up here around $3.70, because $3.70 unlocks a crazy amount of opportunity towards the upside. Now, Tyler, why is $3.70 important? Well, I mean, what's the big deal about it? Well, it's all about the structure. What you can see here is you can look at this one of two ways. You can either look at this as an Adam and Eve pattern, or you can look at this as a cup and handle pattern. It doesn't matter. It's the same breakout targets. And whenever you create a structure like this, either a cup and handle or an Adam and Eve pattern, it means that you have a strong breakout potential to the upside. When you create a structure like this down here, it opens up the door of opportunity for a move up here. And what we needed to see was for that breakout to be confirmed, for there to actually be a breakout of either that Adam and Eve or cup and handle, we needed to see Sweet break $3.70. And once it breaks $3.70, the breakout target then becomes into full effect, in which you take the distance from the top line, this green line, all the way to the bottom of that structure and apply it to the top of the green line. Generally speaking, the move to the top side, once you break this structure, is equidistant to the move to the bottom side, meaning that the distance from here to here is usually the same distance from here to where you're going to go if you get a full-fledged breakout. And so because of that, what this means is that now if we do see Sweet's price on the daily candles, which is much different than what we're looking at now, this is the 4-hour, on the daily candle, by later today, you get a close above $3.67, we open up the door for Sweet to push, in my opinion, up to $4.50. Now, the beautiful thing about it is, as this is happening, I'm sure you guys are wondering, because you watch my channel, right? You're wondering, well, what about the Fibonacci's, right? The Fibonacci's are also very important, and it's doing the same thing. Right now, we can see that Sweet is also, while breaking out of this macro moment, this $3.67 moment, it's also trying to break that golden ratio. It's trying to break $3.71, which is the top side of the golden ratio. And if it can break the top side of the golden ratio, that gives it a breakout target, first and foremost, starting at $4.25, but pushing even as high as $4.70. So what this means is that we have two macro breakouts happening at $3.67 and $3.70 that open up the door for Sweet to push anywhere from $4.25 to $4.70, which could still be another 20 to 25% in gains from here. Let's go. So because of this, obviously we are in a fantastic spot. Now, before I tell you a little bit about what I'm looking for and how I'm going to be going about this next, let me just let you know one thing, okay? I just want to remind you, if you are somebody who maybe all this stuff confuses, if the Fibonacci's confuse you, maybe you're someone who's new, or you're not new, maybe you're an advanced, someone who's been trading for a long time, but is trying to just get better at this whole crypto thing. Maybe you're just coming back, you're trying to get better at this whole crypto thing. All I ask from you is to stick around until the end of the video. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you all about what's going on over in the Discord server right now, because the amount of gains being made here are absolutely ridiculous, and it's happening specifically because people are learning new strategies, implementing strategies, and implementing the knowledge and making ridiculous amounts of gains. So if you want to be one of these people who are learning all of these things, if you want to be someone who just simply elevates in crypto, stick around in a few minutes. I'm going to tell you all about the Discord server. What I will show you in the Discord server really quick though, is the fact that we did do this purchase just yesterday. I scooped up some SUI on the macro backtest as we were just hitting that very bottom. And what you can see here is that was literally the bottom. So if you again want to stick around, see all that good stuff that I'm going to show you, stick around for a few more minutes. Okay. Now, let's talk about what we need to be on the lookout for next, because it is about to get a little bit exhilarating, if that's a good word, exhilarating. Now, the reason why that is the case is because you guys know that things aren't always really ever perfect, right? Things don't ever just happen super easily usually, right? Breakouts aren't just, seamless. We oftentimes can see a little bit of a turbulence, right? Now, what we want to do now, okay, let's just make this simple. What we want to do now is we want to be paying attention to the daily candles. But on the daily candle, we need to see whether or not SUI can break those two structures I just told you about. The top side of that cup and handle, or Adam and Eve, and the top side of this golden Fibonacci zone. These two green lines are right here. And let's just go ahead and delete that, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go out to the daily candles, and we're going to look at SUI, and we're going to say, okay, this is what we need to see. If SUI's price is capable of closing this daily candle above this green range, look, I can even make it even easier to see. Look, let's do this, okay? Boom, 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 make you green, and let's go ahead and make that thing a little bit darker. Here we go, boom. Okay, if we can see SUI close above this green range, the door is wide open. The door is literally wide open. And I would even say that there's a reasonable chance at that point that I open up some sort of super low leverage long trade with a decently tight stop loss, expecting that we could get that move. Now, the reason I'm going low leverage is because it still could do this, right? We still could pull back. You see this little ascending point of support? So we could do this and then try to run. There is an opportunity that happened. So I'll make it really low leverage, keep my stop loss kind of, decently tight, somewhere around here, but not too tight. Give it some room to run and just allow this bad boy to play out a little bit. But overall, I'm not really too concerned about that because that's just short-term gains. What I'm more focused on is the long-term gains, because if SUI can clear this green box, guys, but $3.71, that's all we need to see. If on the daily candle, SUI can close above this box, we are going to be in a spot where the door is wide open for SUI to not only set that new, regional high, but even a new macro high. And I do believe that we would see SUI at that point start giving its absolute best try to push up towards $4.20, $4.30, all the way up to $4.70. So it's so important that we watch this. And as it does get closer, as we do get the daily close, there's even a good chance I make another video tonight telling you all exactly what is going on and whether or not we did get this close or didn't get this close. If we don't get the close, it's not the end of the world. It's not as good as it could be, right? We might get forced back down here and then consolidate a little bit more and then try to push, or maybe one more little bounce back towards this little ascending level, but that invalidates some of our structure and nobody wants to see that. What we want to see is this damn daily close. So let's be on the lookout for it. Let's watch this like a hawk. Let's enjoy these freaking 17% gains that we've just made off of this back test, and let's just enjoy the ride for a little bit. So be on the lookout, keep your notifications turned on, and watch this very closely, what happens here, so that we can get a good perspective of what we can expect next. Now, as I mentioned before, you guys know, I showed you some of the things I was doing here. The funniest thing is that last night over in the Discord server, I sent a 3.5 minute long message right here, and I said, these are my thoughts on why you shouldn't give up on coins like Solana and SUI right now as a result of them dumping while XRP is pumping. I was just telling people, hey, just because XRP is pumping and SUI isn't doing anything right now doesn't mean it might not pump at some given point. It's popcorn season. And what do you see? We see SUI absolutely take off today. Now, if you want access to this Discord server, what you're going to need to do is head to the link down below over to the Patreon. It's the price of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, either $17 a month or $5 a month, but you're getting a hell of a lot more value than Netflix in my opinion. When you do sign up, you're going to get insights with Tyler. These are my thoughts and insights, some things that I'm buying, some things that I'm selling, changes to my portfolio, just kind of my thoughts on certain random things, like I told you before, what we were talking about, XRP and SUI, etc., stuff like that. You get daily technical analysis reports on all your favorite cryptos. You get daily fundamental analysis reports on the entire market. I've hired 2 professional teams of traders to provide their buy and sell signals every day, generating some beautiful gains in this bad boy. We have premium classes, one on the Fibonacci's just released. We have 5 keys to bull market investing that released a little bit later with all the notes to go along with it. We have premium live workshops. There was one a couple days ago from Crypto Atlas on a beginner's guide to XRP Ripple. We have beginner's courses. This is the 30-minute beginner's course on technical analysis analysis that also comes with a 25-page or 17-page PDF and 2 cheat sheets. And actually, in about 20 minutes, I'm going to be releasing a new beginner's course, the second of 5, on leverage trading for beginners, with all of the presentation, the cheat sheets, all that good stuff as well. I still have 3 more to release after that. Fundamental analysis, meme coin investing, and altcoin investing, all going to be released over the next month and a half. So stay tuned for that. And of course, Tyler's tips, which are these 2 to 3 minute long random videos on random stuff like websites that I use, a tour around TradingView, and I'll just keep uploading these like every week. I'll upload a few of them. Okay, so there's all of this value and the community. And as I mentioned before, the community is going nuts. 100%, 100%, 400%, 100%, 350, 78, 470, 319, 339. And it's because we are cultivating a community of people who are learning how all of this stuff works, implementing these strategies, and growing. And with that growth comes the gains. So again, if you want to be somebody who is capitalizing on these gains and growing as much as you can during this bull market while it lasts, for the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, go check out that Patreon down below, guys. And don't forget, if you do want to get some free suite yourself, you got 9 days to start trading on CoinW in order to use that link below. But overall, I'll keep you guys updated as this does play out. I love what I'm seeing. Ooh, it feels good when I prove the haters wrong, because honestly, you know, the comments have been a little annoying the last few days. Everybody says Swee's dead, you're dumb, blah blah blah, and I'm like, let me cook, let it cook, and then we'll see in a couple of days. And well, here we are. And so, of course, with that in mind, of course, I have like 5 or 6 more videos planned for today. So if you are ready for those, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you all very soon. Peace out, everybody.